Hey, what's up everybody? Sean here, and I finally finished the main story for Graces, and I played some of the future arc story. It's been a long while since the last Tales game I've played, which was Dawn of the New World. But anyways, I can give this a full review nonetheless, so let's get to it. This is going to be my first video game review in video format. The graphics are colorful and vivid while it's not going for the realistic look. I would say there's a bit of cel shading going on. It's kind of like watching an anime with 3D graphics, pretty much. The characters look great, and I would say that the dungeons and environments look great also. The effects on the attacks are pretty cool as well. There's a bunch of scenes to watch, but you have the option to skip these through. Well, why not give them a watch? As a Tales game, it's of course a tradition to throw in hand-drawn animation scenes in there. Those are pretty cool to look at. I know Tales of Hearts was the first to include CG scenes into the game, but whatever. Everything else like the menus and what have you look vibrant and colorful as well, and the HUD is overall not bad. Like the graphics, the sound effects also remind you of anime, but the sound's great nonetheless. When it comes to the voice work on the characters, I like it all in all. They definitely don't sound terrible in my opinion, and they got the job done. They at least were able to capture the basic personalities that each character boasts. However, there were some faults in the audio department. Some of the dialogue tends to overlap each other, causing the timing to be awkward. There are some cheesy moments with the voice acting, especially with the minor characters, but I like it overall, along with the sounds in the game. Oh yeah, there's no dual audio, which means no Japanese audio. That's not a problem for me, like I saw this coming, but that's definitely something I should point out. It's nice to hear Laura Bailey's voice in the game as she voices Sharia. I actually really like Asbel's English voice done by Bryce Peppenbrook. The music is pretty awesome like Dawn of the New World. Some of them sound strange, but that only makes sense once you're running around in that particular dungeon or town. I like the opening theme and animation for the game, which was done with English lyrics performed by Boa, who also sang the Japanese version of this song. It's always nice to keep the same song to the English port of these games. More Japanese RPGs should do this. Now for the icing on the cake, gameplay. Like the Tales games I've played, it's absolutely freaking addicting. The fighting system is so simple and yet it's really fun to use. The controls were somewhat hard to use, but that's only because I've been playing shooting and fighting games for a good while. The controls are simple comparing to other RPGs, and they are pretty solid for the most part. This game fights in a real-time RPG style, so you're on your feet most of the time. In most Tales games, they always have something new to offer, like in Dawn of the New World, they let you capture monsters and use them to help you in battle. But here in Graces, you have something what's called the Chain Capacity, or CC. This was actually introduced in Tales of Destiny 2, but they have tweaked it for this game. This is your gauge for your special attacks, and with that, you have no MP or magic points. So in a way, you have infinite special attacks. You just have to let your chain capacity recharge once it reaches to 0. Not only attacking depletes your CC, but dashing and freeing running will also drain your CC as well. As you level up, your CC increases, which means more possibilities for better combos. The next thing you have is the Elith gauge, which is basically the gauge for your mystic arts, or signature moves, or ultra combos, whatever you want to call it. You can build your own Elith gauge in the blue by attacking, guarding, countering, etc. But be careful, enemies can do the same thing as they build their own gauge as well, which can friggin' suck sometimes. Once you fill up your own gauge, you can go into Elith mode, which grants you unlimited CC, which now really means endless attacks. Your Mystic Arts are available, so hold L1 during your combos and you'll unleash a very powerful attack. Mystic Arts can come in different levels 1 through 3, which can be unlocked by mastering titles for the corresponding character. You can unlock different titles throughout the game, which can add more versatility for each character. SP or Spirit Points is what levels up your title and not XP. Doing side quests in the game can help you master your titles way faster, along with earning other rewards. Every fight earns you experience and Spirit Points for all characters, including the inactive characters in your party. When it comes to items, you can mix certain items and make new weapons or whatever, which can be very addicting. Now, the difficulty for this game can jump around, especially the boss fights. That's Namco for you. You can change your difficulty on the spot in case you're having a hard time. I left mine on normal and it still can be difficult. Of course, like a lot of RPGs, there are puzzles. I absolutely hate puzzles other than Tetris. It just slows you down from the action. But they are pretty simple overall, but there are some where you have to use some of your brain. Now the storyline. Like other Japanese RPGs, it's pretty complex. But to put it in a nutshell, you're trying to help a girl named Sophie remember and uncover her past. Along the way, the three nations are in a constant war for Elith, their energy to pretty much run everything like how we use crude oil, and you get caught in the middle of it. The story is well written, quite in depth, and offers drama and comedy. The main characters are all likable and offer something different to the table. As a Tales game, the skits make their return, and this time they're not in little boxes but in half-body format, which is able to clearly show more expression. If you like anime, these are fun to watch. I really like the story in this game and how it ended. This game pretty much took me 60 hours in total to complete it. It's that long. Now, even if you're done with the main story, you still have the future arc, which is 3/4 as long as the main story. You got a lot of work to do. The F stands for future, which explains why. This game is supposed to be a sequel / remake of Tales of Graces, which actually released in Japan only on the Wii console. Now while playing the future arc, you have one more thing added to your gameplay, which is Excel mode. This is sort of like X Factor in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You build its gauge over time in battle, and when you unleash it, it'll save your ass in a battle, especially those difficult ones like boss battles or whatnot. Speaking of difficulty, the future arc can get ridiculous. It'll bite you in the ass if you're not careful. To conclude this game is a great addition to the Tales franchise, and Namco should definitely bring more of these games to the US. I give this game 9 out of 10. I highly recommend this game to all lovers of Japanese RPGs and Tales fans alike, or anyone who likes RPGs. Definitely give this a play. Thank you guys for watching my game review in video format. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment below or on my DeviantArt page. Hopefully I'll be doing more of these game reviews. This has been my review for Tales of Graces F for the PS3. I'll see you next time. Sean out.
It's over! Rip to pieces! Stampede strike! We won't fail!